Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's live stream. My name is Daniel Armstrong, and thank you so much for joining in for today's live stream. Today, we have a very important fixture out here today for Real Mallorca, where they're going to be facing Atletico Bilbao here at the San Mamés Stadium. Now, we're just about 10 minutes away from kickoff, and we still have a few things to go over, how the season's been going for Real Mallorca, and of course, we'll also be taking a bit of a look at how it's been going for Atletico Bilbao. Now, let's just jump right into it and talk about last time out for Real Mallorca, which, as you can see on your screen, they did face Rayo Vallecano away at the Vallecas Stadium, where it was off to a flying start for both of the sides with 3 goals scored in the first half. But despite that, no goals were scored in the second half, and Rayo did keep the 3 points at home, winning 2-1. Overall, a really poor team performance last time out for Real Mallorca. Also, a red card was awarded to Rayo Vallecano in the second half around the 78th minute. Again, you know, when a team goes down to 10 men and they're already winning, I think it actually is even harder for score for the other team. I think when Rayo got the red card and they were already winning 2-1, there was only 10 minutes left. I just think it makes it almost even easier for Rayo to defend because they just send everyone back and they don't even bother going for another one because they know they're on the red card. But either way, a booking there for the captain for Rayo Vallecano, who committed the foul, as you can see there, on Pablo Torre. And yeah, just, you know, a poor team performance last time out. Overall, defensively, it was really poor. Offensively, it was poor. It just, you know, the team just really wasn't there. I think a lot has been going on for Real Mallorca recently. You know, we've seen plenty of controversial topics of Real Mallorca over the past week, over how bad it's been this season. You know, it really is a shame because they really have had some positive weeks. Last time for Real Mallorca, you know, last season it was so positive. The one before that it was even more positive. It's really just been completely uphill for Real Mallorca the last few years, but now this season it's really started to fall apart, and they need to try and pick up the pieces the best they can just to try and stay in the LaLiga division. And I mean, last season, you know, us Real Mallorca fans, we were thinking about European football possibilities. You know, we saw a Copa del Rey final. We saw plenty of big things out here, but, you know, shame because we're seeing this season now they're fighting for relegation, and it's, you know, just got nothing to do with what they were fighting for last season. And yeah, again, for me, it's such a shame what they've been going through. They really have to try and bounce back and get back into this one. There's still plenty of time left in the league, so they have to try and fight, you know, for the rest of the season and try and get back into this. They have had, you know, they do have a strong squad. They do have what it takes. There's just some things I think that need to change in that system for Jacob Arrasate. And again, you know, talking about last week out, just looking at the stats, it was 47% possession for Real Mallorca and 53% for Rayo. So, you know, possession-wise, it was all right. But when you look at the shots, it's 4 shots in total for Real Mallorca all the match, and only 1 on target. And for Rayo, they had 11 shots with 5 on target. You know, it just comes to show really statistically how poor it was. And yeah, it was a week last week out at the Vallecas Stadium to forget. Now, if we talk about recent form from both of these sides, Real Mallorca have won 1 out of their last 5 matches in the La Liga division, and Atletico Bilbao have also won 1 out of their last 5 in the La Liga division. Of course, the last 2 matches for Atletico Bilbao weren't La Liga matches. One was a Copa del Rey round 32 match where they did go through, and the other one was, well, the Supercopa semi-final up against Barcelona, where they did lose 5-0. But when we talk about La Liga match last time out for Rayo. It was up against Osasuna away at the El Sadar Stadium, where it all ended square with both teams sharing a goal each and both teams taking home a point each, with the full-time whistle ending at 1-1. So a draw last time out for Atletico Bilbao in the La Liga division up against a weaker Osasuna side this season. They have started to show, they have started to bring it back, Osasuna. You know, they started off really poor, I think similar to Real Mallorca, but they have started to bring it back up, and I think that's just what Real Mallorca are missing. They've yet to hit that little spike and bring it back up. You know, usually we do see it, but this season there just seems to be a lot of negatives surrounding, you know, this club, how it's been going, and it really needs to be looked at. And I think there'll be a lot of controversy surrounding Jacob Arrasate in the next few weeks and possible decisions made about his future here at the club. Now, if we talk about in the table, where are both of these teams sitting at? Well, Real Mallorca are currently sitting at 17th place with 18 points on the table, meaning they've drawn 6 matches, they've won 4, and they've lost 9. Sitting only 1 point away from relegation. So again, a win today out here would mean so much for Real Mallorca. You know, not just a win out here today, but any win at this point onwards in the La Liga division would mean a lot for Real Mallorca. And not just for them, it would also mean a lot for Atletico Bilbao, as they're currently sitting at 8th place with 24 points on the table, meaning they've won 7 matches, they've drawn 3, and they've lost 9. So a very positive start for Atletico Bilbao in the La Liga table. Well, actually, I take that back. They didn't start off well, Atletico Bilbao. They actually started off very poor, but then again they started to bring it back, and now they're all the way at 8th place, 24 points, and they seem to be doing all right for themselves in the table. And for Real Mallorca, well, I mean, completely the other way around. They started off bad, and they're still doing bad, and they're still yet to bring it back. So now we're just about 4 minutes away from kickoff, and we're going to talk about the last time that these two sides did face each other, and then we're going to look at the starting lineup for Real Mallorca. But before we do that, the last time that these two sides did face each other was all the way back in October 2025, played away at the San Mamés Stadium, where despite Bilbao managing to take the lead 2-1, you know, Real Mallorca, they did put in a good matchup up against this Bilbao side, but despite that, Atletico Bilbao, they took the lead 2-1, and they took home the 3 points. Well, they kept the 3 points at home, as they did manage to win that matchup. So a loss last time out for Real Mallorca, the last time they faced this side, but again, it was at the San Mamés Stadium, and it wasn't at the San Juan Stadium, and I think Real Mallorca proved to be a lot of a better side when they play at the San Juan Stadium. At least that's what I thought last season, but I think this season we've seen Real Madrid to sort of play a bit better at times when they play away from home, and I'm just not quite sure why that is. You know, there's been a lot of changes with this season and last season. You know, last season they were one of the best defensive sides in the league, in my opinion. Defensively, they're very strong, and this season they're one of the poorest ones. Matters of fact, they're the team, I think, to concede the most goals in the La Liga division so far. It just doesn't make sense how one season you're one of the best and the next you're one of the worst. And, you know, last season also offensively, they were very poor. They struggled to score goals. And this season, they're a lot better. So, you know, a lot of things have changed between this season and last season. It's obviously not been too positive. There have been some goods. You know, they've made good signings. They have made some right decisions. But when it comes to winning matches, when it comes to getting points on the table, the important parts, that's where they've really lacked this season, and it really is costing them a lot. So just about a few minutes away from kickoff here now. We're waiting for the referee to blow the whistle and get on the way. We have Real Mallorca lining up here on the pitch. And then, of course, we have Atletico Bilbao getting ready. And we have the away fans, as you can see. Quite a few of them in the stand out there today. And you can see a very, very empty San Mas Stadium as it is pouring down with rain out here today in Palma de Mallorca. Meaning that I'm not quite sure how much of an attendance we will have. And Real Mallorca at the minute need all the support they can get. And whilst we wait for the referee to kick off the whistle, we'll take a quick look at the lineup for Real Mallorca. The two centre backs today are Martin Valgent and Kumbuya. And usually we do see Antonio Rayo, but Kumbuya is going to be taking his place out there today. And I just think Antonio Rayo, he's really lacked a lot of form this season. You know, last season, he was one of the most important players for Real Mallorca. And this season, he's dropped a lot of skill, you know, he's dropped a lot of form, and it's such a shame to see. And then on the left back we have Toni Lato starting again, and usually we would have Johan Mojica in that position, but I believe due to a bit of controversy of Johan Mojica this week and the way it's been going, Toni Lato is going to be taking his place, starting for the second time again. Toni Lato this season, he started last week out up against Rayo Vallecano, where he did get an assist, where he put in a lovely cross to Vedat Muriqi. Then the two centre defensive mids are Omar Mascarell and Samu Costa. At the centre attacking mid, we have Sergi Darder. On the left wing, we have Jan Virgili. On the right wing, we have Mateo Joseph back in the starting lineup. And then up front, the man himself, Vedat Muriqi. And now Vedat Muriqi on 11 goals this season, making him the second maximum goal scorer in the La Liga division. He has 11 goals along the side of Ferran Torres, and then sitting at first place is Kylian Mbappe on 18 goals. And scoring last week out, Vedat Muriqi, he's a man in rich form. You know, to play at a club like Real Mallorca and the way that they've been performing this season, and to still be second place for most goals, you've really got to have a good season. You've really got to be in good form. And is he on form, Vedat Muriqi, the Pirate? He's been absolutely brilliant. So now we're on the way here at the San Mas Stadium. And Real Mallorca kick the ball off, and right away they kick it up front, looking for an opportunity right off the rip. Doesn't work out for them with Omar Mascarell clearing the ball forward. And Martin Valgent clears it forward. Good tackle there by Sergi Darder. A throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. So now taking the throw-in for Atletico Bilbao is going to be Arreso. And some very familiar faces in this Atletico Bilbao lineup, as we usually would see some big names. Nico Williams, Berenguer, Guruceta, Unai Simon, you know, some very familiar names in this Atletico Bilbao lineup. And Nico Williams, I remember just about a season or two ago, one of the most unstoppable players in the La Liga division. Matters of fact, one of the most unstoppable players in Spain. And this season, he's just had such a big drop, you know, in quality. And it's such a shame. He's just having the season that he's not wanted. And again, for a player like him to have such a quiet season is definitely not normal. And attempting the long shot. Big save there from Leo Roman. And the First chance for Atletico Bilbao. It's the shot from Yuri. Lovely shot into that first post there from Yuri. And a very good save from Leo Roman. So now 2 minutes in here, and Atletico Bilbao are going to take their first corner kick of the matchup, trying to put in the cross. And Vedat Muriqi flicks it on forward. But wait a minute, the referee is awarded a goal kick. It definitely looked to me that Vedat Muriqi flicked the ball on forward. So now taking the goal kick quickly into Tony Lato. He's going to give it back to Kumbuya. Here's Samu Costa. And as you can see, the Sunmar Stadium, very, very quiet out here today, as it's been absolutely pouring with rain in here in Palma de Mallorca. So a bit of an advantage for Atletico Bilbao, for Sunmar to be nowhere near as busy as usual. And these fans, I will say, they have been fed up this season with this Real Mallorca squad. They haven't got what they've deserved. It's been really poor. And I just think between the fans and the team right now, there just isn't a good relationship. And that's something that can cause a lot of damage to Real Mallorca. And I think something needs to change soon. Because if it keeps on going this way, good ball there from Mateo Joseph into Sergi Darder. Here's a chance for Real Mallorca. It's Vedat Muriqi taking the shot off. And it's gone into the back of the net. And it's Vedat Muriqi who slots away to shot into that second corner, into that second post. And Real Mallorca lead here 4 minutes in. And of course it's going to be the man himself, the Pirate, who puts the ball into the back of the net. It's a brilliant pass from Sergi Darder into Vedat Muriqi. He takes a lovely little first touch. He doesn't waste much time. Here's the play again. The header from Sergi Darder. Mateo Joseph, he flicks it on to Sergi Darder. Sergi Darder makes the run forward. He sees Vedat Muriqi. Lovely little first touch there from the Pirate. And he slots it away into that bottom left corner. There's just no saving it. It's a brilliant play. Lovely goal there from the Pirate. And that's 12 goals for him this season. And what form he's been in. When he gets the ball in that penalty area, you know he's just not going to miss. And he's been so consistent. 12 goals this season playing at this Real Mallorca side. So Real Mallorca leading 5 minutes in here now at the Sunmar Stadium. Up against, some would argue, a very good Atletico Bilbao side. They have been in good form. And what a brilliant start for Real Mallorca. And Samu Costa playing out wide to Giambirigili. Giambirigili looking for Muriqi again. It's cleared. Good build-up play from Atletico Bilbao. Mateo Jama trying to get the ball back. Nico Williams trying to take it forward. Good ball into Giambirigili. He's going to put in the cross looking for Muriqi. The ball was cleared. And a brilliant start to the matchup we're having so far in these first 6 minutes. Both of these sides really going at it. So now Atletico Bilbao in possession. Playing out to that left wing into Nico Williams. And just as I was talking about the relationship between... And the shot off from Atletico Bilbao, and it's gone into the back of the net. And Atletico Bilbao have equalized just about 2 minutes after Vedan Muriqi scored the goal, and it's Gomez. And how has that happened here for Real Mallorca? Just as I was saying, it was a brilliant start. Let's take a look at the replay here. Lovely ball from Berenguer into Gomez, and he just takes the shot off. It's a lovely run. Puts it into that second post. It's Kumbuya's man. And he just lets him run through. He's got far too much room, Gomez, to get the shot off and to make the run. And he just slots it into that bottom right corner. It's a good goal from Atletico Bilbao. It's a very good run from Gomez, but it's really poor defending from Kumbuya. And just as I was saying, it was a brilliant start from Real Mallorca. They've gone ahead and they've conceded right after they've scored. And as I did say, Real Mallorca, they are the side to concede the most amount of goals in the La Liga division so far. It was a dangerous tackle there from Samu Costa. And as I was trying to say for the third time now, I keep on getting interrupted by these goals. As I was saying that the relationship between the fans and the team has been really, really bad recently. And I mean, you can see why, you know. Real Mallorca, they score at home within the first 5 minutes. It's Vedan Muriqi with a brilliant goal. And a brilliant assist from Sergi Darder. And then they concede about 2 or 3 minutes after. And you just can't be doing that, especially playing at home. And it's really, really poor defensive awareness to give away the goal there. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Guruceta, he does very well to pick out the pass. And Gomez, he does well to do that little run. But Kumbuya's just far too late to realize that he's lost his man. So now, 1-1 here in the first 10 minutes of this matchup. And to say the least, what a dramatic first 10 minutes that we've had in this one. Now Vedan Muriqi flicking on forward, looking for Mateo Joseph. He does get there. Plays it back to Tony Lato. Tony Lato looking for Sergi Darder. And the ball goes out, so it's going to be a throw-in for Bilbao. So now Arreso to take the throw-in. Well defended there by Real Mallorca to get the ball back. Here's Kumbuya. He's going to play it back to Martin Balgent. Kumbuya. And Real Mallorca in possession. He takes it back to Leo Roman. Leo Roman back to Kumbuya. Here's Samu Costa. Samu Costa into Tony Lato. He takes a brilliant first touch. And it was a brilliant first touch, but it was a poor pass from Tony Lato. So now here come Atletico Bilbao with a very good build-up play. They end up losing it. And it's Darder in possession. Look at him skipping past all his man in that midfield. Samu Costa into Vedan Muriqi. Here's Gianvirgili. He tries playing it to Mateo Joseph. What a chance that was there for Real Mallorca. And far too much weight on that pass from Gianvirgili. And he should just be attempting the shot there. Giambigili maybe instead of trying to get the pass off. So now Unai Simon to take the free kick. As either way it was offside, so it wouldn't have counted either way. And Samu Costa flicking the ball on forward. It falls to Muriqi. He gives in to Giambigili. Giambigili just gets taken down there, so it's going to be a free kick for Real Mallorca. And so far, a very intense first half to this matchup. Samu Costa brought up back to his feet. And he is going to be okay as he just went down there. Just got hit maybe a bit hard on the head. So now, Sergi Darder to take the free kick for Real Mallorca. So putting in the cross, and he does find Kumbuya, but the header goes flying up over that crossbar, so it's going to be a goal kick for Bilbao. And here's a look at the first goal again. The pass from Sergi Darder into Muriqi is brilliant. But then again, they just concede about 2 minutes after scoring. At home as well, and it just pretty much shows you how bad the defensive awareness has been this season. So now here comes Nico Williams on the left wing, cutting and playing into Berenguer. Berenguer tries giving it back to him. Ramaka clear it the best they can, but it falls to Gomez in the end. He's going to play it through to Berenguer. Berenguer to Nico Williams, who attempts the shot. And the deflection goes out for a corner kick. Here's a look at the first goal from Atletico Bilbao. It's a brilliant pass from Guruceta. And the run, it's very good from Gomez. But either way, just the defensive awareness is too poor there from Real Mallorca. So now, Nico Williams ends up committing the foul on Giambigili. So it's going to be a free kick for Real Mallorca. And first 15 minutes in here now, and Real Mallorca 1, Atletico Bilbao 1. Trying to play the ball forward into Vedam Muriqi, but it doesn't work out for them. Atletico Bilbao pick up the rebound. Here's Nico Williams on that left-hand side. Nico Williams, he cuts in. He attempts a shot. And he hits it over the crossbar, just looking for that first post. Very good effort there from Nico Williams. He just fakes the shot. He cuts in. And he just sends it a bit too high, so a goal kick for Real Mallorca. Now here's Kumbuya. Kumbuya gets taken down and he loses it in a dangerous position. Here's Gomez in front of the net. What a save by Leo Roman! And what a save from the Spanish goalkeeper. And a big mistake there from Kumbuya. Look where he loses the ball. He just turns his back. And one-on-one versus the goalkeeper, Gomez has all the time in the world to put it away. And look at that save from Leo Roman. And Real Mallorca are so lucky to not be 2-1 down here now at the Son Moss Stadium. So now putting in the cross, and Leo Roman hits it out with his fists. It's going to be another corner. So now Nico Williams playing it short. Atletico Bilbao looking for a way through. Nico Williams puts in the cross. It's cleared by Kumbuya. Atletico Bilbao still in possession, and it's back to Unai Simon. Lovely ball there from Unai Simon right into Nico Williams to find him perfectly. He's going to try and play it through to Berenguer. And Mateo Joseph defending very well. He gets the ball back for Real Mallorca. So now here's Mateo Jaume driving forward. He's going to try and play a through ball into Vedat Muriqi. He doesn't find him. It was a good attempt of the pass there from Mateo Jaume. Just goes a bit too wide. So now Unai Simon playing into Vivian. Here's Nico Williams. And Gianvirgili gets the ball back. He's going to try and take it forward himself. It's good defending by Atletico Bilbao. What lovely interception there from Omar Mascarell. Here's Sergi Darder. Kumbuya playing out to Tony Lato. And Tony Lato back to Kumbuya. Now Real Mallorca are going to restart the play. Here's Martin Valgent into Kumbuya. Omar Mascarell, Tony Lato trying to play it forward. Sergi Darder does pick up the rebound and he switches it to Gianvirgili. And Real Mallorca just switching the ball around. Poor pass there and a very poor loss again from Real Mallorca. And they keep on making these little mistakes. And it almost cost them a goal earlier. Here it is. Here's a look at the replay again. Kumbuya just turns his back when Guruceta is chasing him. He actually did pick up a yellow card, Kumbuya, for making a complaint at the referee for not awarding the free kick earlier. They just showed the replay now, so it was a booking in the end for Kumbuya, the centre back for Real Mallorca. Now Real Mallorca in possession. Kumbuya into Muriqi. Tony Lato on the left wing is going to take it forward himself. And Tony Lato almost finding his way through there. And good tackle there from Tony Lato. And so far he's having a very good matchup, Tony Lato. And last week out, he played very well, even gotten himself an assist. And this week, I mean, just look at the intensity on him. He doesn't stop running even after he loses it. And he's the type of player you want on that Real Mallorca squad. As a lot of fans have been doubting this Real Mallorca squad this season, very upset with them, and claiming that some players don't deserve to play there. Well, for me, Tony Lato is just the type of player that Real Mallorca need at the minute. And I think he's been brilliant every time he does get a chance to play. So So now trying to play it forward, and Bilbao lose it and they give it. And again, look at the poor pass there from Samu Costa, giving it right into Berenguer. That's the third time they've done this. That same mistake in the matchup. These very dangerous passes in the midfield. Very easy to intercept. And the defensive awareness so far in the first half has been so poor. Almost cost them another goal there. Now Nico Williams on the left wing. He's going to take on Mateo Jaume. He's going to try and put in the cross. It falls to Guruceta. He tries taking the shot off. It's blocked. Attempting the long shot. Good save by Leo Roman. It was a difficult shot into that bottom left corner. So now here's Atletico Bilbao again with another chance. Trying to put in the cross and it finds Guruceta. And what a save again by Leo Roman. And he's keeping this Real Mallorca team from conceding here at the minute. Just doing everything he can to save his team. And he's making some absolutely brilliant saves. And if it weren't for him, Real Mallorca would most certainly be 2-1 or even 3-1 down at the minute. He makes the save there. The long shot from De Galarreta. He makes the brilliant save, and then he makes another save. The cross into Guruceta. And Omar Mascarell looking for Sergi Darder. Can't quite find him, so they give away a throw into Atletico Bilbao. Now here's Nico Williams again on that left wing. He takes on Mateo Jaume. Still in possession of it, Nico Williams. He's going to try and put in the cross. Martin Valgent clearing it. Muriqi tries to flick it on forward. But Atletico Bilbao keep the possession again, and it's Nico Williams. He's going to pass it back this time. Jaureguizar playing out wide to Areso. Looking for Nico Williams, but Mateo Jaume intercepts the pass. Jan Virgili into Mateo Joseph. Here's Kumbuya into Sergi Darder. Sergi Darder out wide to Jan Virgili. And now Real Mallorca finally back in possession. Here's Samu Costa. They're going to start the play again. Real Mallorca, it's Kumbuya. Out wide to Tony Lato. Back to Kumbuya. They'll take it all the way back to Leo Roman. And so far in the last 10 minutes, it's been very dominant from Atletico Bilbao. And in the first 10 minutes of this matchup, it was absolutely brilliant from Real Mallorca and from Atletico Bilbao. Both chances with plenty of dangerous chances, especially Real Mallorca. But now here in these last 10 minutes, I just think Atletico Bilbao have completely taken control. And they're looking very dangerous so far. I'd say that Real Mallorca are lucky not to be 2-1 down. And the referee has stopped the play as Yuri seems to be sat down on the ground for Atletico Bilbao. The captain, the left back, Yuri Berchiche, seems to be having some problems, by the looks of it, with his left knee. We'll take a look, meanwhile, the replay from the first goal from Muriqi. And it's actually the captain himself, Yuri Berchiche, who tries to intercept the shot from Vedat Muriqi on the first goal. And he almost gets there on time. But the Pirate, he does well to get the shot off quickly. And you could just see he takes a quick touch. He doesn't waste much time and he takes the shot off as fast as he can, Vedat Muriqi. And every time he gets the ball in that penalty area box, you just know he's not going to miss. And it's 12 goals for him this season. The second highest goal scorer in the La Liga division. Just 6 goals behind Kylian Mbappe. And 1 goal in front of Ferran Torres. I think that's the chance right there, just where Yuri Berchiche gets injured, and again it's his left knee that hurts. So we're gonna wait and see if he can keep on playing or if they're gonna change him. But in the meantime, Real Mallorca are going to get the ball and the match is going to start back up again. So now Omar Mascarey playing it into Samu Costa. Here's Martin Valgens playing a through ball into Jan Virgili. Very good ball from Martin Valgens, but Unai Simon, he reacts quick enough and he gets off his line. So Unai Simon, he takes the goal kick. And it's going to be a free kick for Atletico Bilbao. As Nico Williams, he just gets taken down there by Samu Costa. It was actually Mateo Jamo who committed the foul in the end, not Samu Costa. But it just looks like he goes for the ball. Doesn't look intentional from Mateo Jamo. So now Atletico Bilbao looking to put in the set piece play. They've just tried to put it into that second post. But in the end, it's going to be a goal kick for Real Mallorca. And we've just hit the 30th minute marker, so 15 minutes left to go here now. Lovely turn there from Sergi Darder, looking for Vedat Muriqi. And again, Unai Simon, he comes off of his line very well. And it was a lovely pass from Sergi Darder, and he's been really, really good this matchup, hasn't he? Playing these through balls, he's been absolutely brilliant. And now Real Mallorca starting to get back into this one, starting to keep more of the possession. Here's Samu Costa playing it into Donny Lato. Donny Lato plays a lovely ball into Mateo Joseph. And he just gets pushed. But Real Mallorca do keep the ball in the end. Samu Costa gets taken down. And the referee ended up awarding the free kick for Samu Costa. The foul there from De Galarreta. So now a free kick in a potentially dangerous position. And it's Sergi Darder stepping up to take it. the number 10 for Real Mallorca. He's been very positive so far in this first half. Also stepping up with him is Giambirigili, and he's going to try and take the shot off. A bit of a poor effort there from Giambirigili. Just not enough power on that shot. It goes right at Unai Simon. It's not really a difficult one. And you feel it should have been a bit better from the left winger. So now Atletico Bilbao trying to take it forward. It's defended well by Kumbuya. And Guruceta ends up committing the foul on Kumbuya, trying to get the ball back. You can see he doesn't think the same. By the way, he's protesting to the referee. So now Martin Balgent playing out wide into Giambirigili. Back to Samu Costa. Real Mallorca are going to restart the play. Mateo Joseph, he brings it down well. Giambirigili takes it for him. Almost played a lovely ball into Muriqi there, but he just couldn't find him. So now Athletic Bilbao on that left-hand side. Well defended by Mateo Jaume. Here's Muriqi into Darder. He loses it in a dangerous position, attempting the long shot. And it just goes wide, but a decent effort from Atletico Bilbao to attempt that long shot. Just goes wide. It really wasn't a bad effort from Vivian. And so far, we really have had a brilliant first half. It's really been an entertaining one. And a really good display from both sides. Of course, for me, the biggest negative in this first half has been the fact that, Real Mallorca, they scored in the first 4 minutes. And then just 2 minutes after, they concede. Right after they've scored, playing at home. It just lacks a lot of defensive awareness. And of course, they did lose 2 or 3 dangerous balls in very dangerous positions. Real Mallorca, and they almost gave away some very silly mistakes. They're lucky that they didn't concede. But apart from that, it has been really good from Real Mallorca and from Atletico Bilbao. So now Samu Costa into Giambirigili. Here's Giambirigili, and he ends up keeping it. Lovely ball there from Giambirigili into Mateo Joseph. He's going to try and attempt to play into Vedat Muriqi. And the pass was intercepted. But they did well there. Here's a look at the pass from Mateo Joseph. Those Real Mallorca players claimed handball. And taking a look at the replay, I'm just not sure if it could be or not. It's a question of whether the ball, if the player has his hands close enough to his body or not. But until the ball goes out of play, The referee isn't going to check anything. So now trying to put in the cross. It's cleared. And here's Tony Lato into Samu Costa. Vedan Muriqi tries playing it forward into Sergi Darder. But it doesn't work out for them. And now the referee finally stops the play. Potentially to check for the handball. And now you can see all the players surrounding the referee. We'll take a look again at the replay. It does hit him right in the hand. It blocks the pass to go into Vedan Muriqi. I'm just not sure if Vivian does it intentionally or not, or if he has his hands stuck close enough to his body, or if his hands are out too wide. And I mean, I think it is a handball. I think the penalty will be awarded. So the referee is going to take a look at the VAR. And statistically, most of the times that the referee goes to the VAR, it usually is awarded. Yeah, and to me, I just think it will be a penalty. I think his arm is stuck out far too much. I definitely think it will be awarded. It was a good ball from Matteo Joseph into Vedan Muriqi. I think it will be awarded. And you can see it does touch his hand, not his hand, his arm quite clearly. It bounces right there off of his elbow. I think it will be awarded, but now we're going to find out. And the referee decides that it is going to be a penalty for Real Mallorca. And I'm not surprised about that decision. For me, it is a clear handball. I just think he doesn't have his arms close enough to his body. I think they're too far out. It hits him right on the elbow. For me, it just is a clear penalty. And it's unlucky from Vivian, but it almost kind of looks like he does it intentionally. So now a chance for Real Mallorca to turn this match around, to take the lead just before the end of the first half. And a win here today could mean so much for Real Mallorca. And of course, we can already imagine who's going to step up to take it. And I'm guessing it's going to be Vedan Muriqi to step up to take the penalty. The man with 12 goals this season. He's already scored one in this matchup. He could head out here now and score another for Real Mallorca. And that would give him 13 goals this season if he does manage to put it into the back of the net. So now the Pirates stepping up to take it. Can he put it away? Vedan Muriqi. And he makes the save, but the rebound. Vedan Muriqi gets there on time. And he puts it into the back of the net. And Real Mallorca lead 2-1 here at the Son Moss Stadium. And of course, it's going to be the man himself, the Pirate, Vedan Muriqi, who puts the ball into the back of the net and takes the lead for Real Mallorca. You can see Unai Simon, he makes the save there from the penalty spot. Vedan Muriqi, he just rushes down to get to the rebound on time and he puts it away. It falls very well for him. A bit unfortunate, I will say, for Unai Simon. He's very unlucky because he does make the save. And Vedat Muriqi is lucky enough that he can get there for the rebound and put it away. And what a first half. We have had 3 goals in this first half so far. And 2 goals from Vedat Muriqi. And that's 13 goals for him this season. 2 goals in this matchup. And Real Mallorca are so lucky to have him on their side. And the referee blows the whistle. As one of these Real Mallorca players is down on the ground and he looks quite hurt. And it's Mateu Jaume. He is back up on his feet. And he will be okay by the looks of it. The play continues now for Atletico Bilbao. Here's Nico Williams. He's going to play it back. Switching out to the right-hand side into Arreso. Here's Arreso up against Donny Lato. He tries putting in the cross. He finds Nico Williams, who attempts the shot from the first touch. And he just sends it wide. You can see his intentions. It's a difficult technique he attempts there. Not far off the shot at all. And Real Mallorca 2, Atletico Bilbao 1 here at the San Mas Stadium in this first half. 2 goals from the Pirate, from the striker, the man who's been in rich form for Real Mallorca this season. And 44 minutes in here now, so just 1 minute left to go before we hit the 45th minute marker. Plus whatever will be added on of extra time. I'm guessing about 4 to 5 minutes. And if Real Mallorca do get the victory out here today, it would be a huge result for them, beating this Atletico Bilbao side, sitting at 8th place. So now Nico Williams attempting the shot! And Nico Williams strikes it into that top right corner just before the end of the first half. And Atletico Bilbao have equalized in the 45th minute. And it's Nico Williams with a brilliant shot into that top right corner. And again, it's just poor defensive awareness from Real Mallorca. Three players heading out to tackle Nico Williams. He's just got no one on him. He's got too much time and space to get the shot off. And one of those Real Mallorca players has got to be closing off Nico Williams quicker than that. And they've given the chance again for Atletico Bilbao to equalize. And just as I was saying, if Real Mallorca could win this one, Atletico Bilbao go ahead and get the equalizer. Maybe I should stop talking so much. So now here come Atletico Bilbao again down this right hand side. Arreso tries putting in the cross. And 8 minutes have been added on of extra time. And I just can't quite believe that Real Mallorca have let Atletico Bilbao get the equalizer again. And in the first 4 minutes, they took the lead, Real Mallorca. 2 minutes after, they let Atletico Bilbao get the equalizer. And then the same thing happens again. Real Mallorca take the lead, and it's Vedat Muriqi who takes the lead again. And then they go ahead and concede just a few minutes after, and the same thing has happened twice. And that just sums up the defensive awareness from Real Mallorca this season. So now, 47 minutes in here now. So 5 minutes left to go before the end of the first half. And it would have been so positive for Real Mallorca if they could have gone in to that second half leading 2-1. And good tackle there from Tony Lato to get the ball back. And he really has been playing well, Tony Lato. I think he's been playing brilliantly on that left-hand side. Here's Mateo Joseph. Just looks to give it to Sergi Darder. He can't find him. And now Atletico Bilbao play it forward. Here's Omar Mascarell. Back to Kumbuya. Kumbuya playing the long ball, trying to play the long ball into Jambirigiri. But Atletico Bilbao get the ball back. So now, taking it forward. Here's Atletico Bilbao, Nico Williams. Into Guruceta. Switching it to the right hand side into Arezzo. Good defending there again from Tony Lato to get the ball back. Here's Sergi Darder who drives forward. He gets fouled. And it's going to be a yellow card for Arezzo. And if Real Mallorca can just keep up with good defensive awareness, then they could definitely walk away with a result out here today. But they just keep on making too many defensive mistakes, which is such a shame because this first half has really been brilliant from Real Mallorca and from Atletico Bilbao. So now Leo Roman tries playing into Vedat Muriqi. Muriqi can't head it on forward, so here's Nico Williams on that left wing. Mateo Jaume defending up against Nico Williams. He's going to play it out wide, but Mateo Joseph gets there first, and he gets taken down. Very good defending from Mateo Joseph, and it's going to be another yellow card for Atletico Bilbao. I believe just for kicking the ball away. So Guruceta, the striker for Atletico Bilbao, picks up the yellow card. So we've just hit the 51st minute. So just about 2 minutes left here now before the halftime whistle. And Real Mallorca 2, Atletico Bilbao 2. And as it stands, both teams will be taking home a point each. But there's still a whole second half to go. Now here's Kumbuya into Sergi Darder, Tony Lato, back to Kumbuya. It's Martin Valgent into Kumbuya. And one thing I have noticed in the few recent weeks is that most of the goals that Real Mallorca concede come every time from that left-hand side. It's always between Martin Valgens and Johan Mojica Martin Valgens or Pablo Maffeo or Mateo Jaume. It's always coming from that right-hand side, and it seems to be a recurring problem for Real Mallorca. And even in this matchup, both goals have come from that right-hand side. So now Mateo Jaume defending very well against Nico Williams. And the referee blows the whistle, and that is going to be the end of the first half. And look at Vedan Muriqi shaking his head. And even though the Pirate, the man himself, has scored 2 goals in this first half, he's still very, very upset. And I mean, of course he will be, with his team conceding the 2 goals. Every time he scores one, they concede one just a few minutes after, and you've really got to feel for him. As the Pirate, he's doing the best he can to help his team, to help push them on forward in this first half. And I mean, it's just been so poor from Real Mallorca. It's such a shame. You know, first half has been absolutely brilliant, I think, from Real Mallorca, you know, performance-wise, and from Atletico Bilbao. I think it's been really good from both. But I think the difference is, you know, every time Real Mallorca have gotten a goal, every time Vedan Muriqi has scored, like in the first 4 minutes, Vedan Muriqi takes the lead. Just about 2 minutes after, Atletico Bilbao respond and Real Mallorca concede a goal. And, you know, at your own home, you can't be doing that. And not once, but twice. Vedan Muriqi, he goes again. He does miss the penalty, but he scores the rebound. Again, then just about 5 minutes later, you know, they managed to concede another goal to Atletico Bilbao. And it's just the defensive awareness that's been so poor for Real Mallorca. Not just in this matchup, but recently. And I think that's been the main problem for them this whole season. And that's why they are one of the most conceded teams in the whole league. They haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 5 matches. And I think it's just been a really big problem for them. It's something that they really do need to work on. But again, you know, look at the positives. It's 13 goals for Vedan Muriqi this season. He's been in brilliant form. You've got to feel bad for him, you know, because he's just a man in such rich form, and it's a shame the team is going the way it's going. But either way, it's still all square here at the Sunwell Stadium. They aren't losing. There's still lots of positives. They have been playing good, and there's a whole second half to go. So we're going to go on a quick break, and we'll be back very shortly for the second half. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly. We'll be about 10 minutes. And yeah, a very exciting second half to come up. We'll see you very shortly. And we're back straight away for the second half. And right away, Real Mallorca have had a brilliant chance. We've already kicked off here at the San Marcos Stadium just about a minute in ago. And right away, a big chance for Samuel Costa and a big save by Unai Simon. And the corner kick was awarded to Real Mallorca. Sergi Darder puts in the cross. And the header goes out for Martin Valgent. So it's going to be a goal kick for Unai Simon. And so far, a good first half, but also a very poor one. Very good positives and also some big negatives in that first half. And I believe we're going to have a very, very exciting second half waiting for us. And already off the rip, Real Mallorca had a big chance there. So now Unai Simon in possession of the ball. He plays into Paredes. Atletico Bilbao in possession. Playing it into Arezzo down this right hand side. Arezzo tries putting in the cross. Mateo Jaume clearing it. He did give away a corner there, Mateo Jaume. Maybe could have brought the ball down. But I don't think he knew if he had anyone behind him or not. And taking it quickly, Atletico Bilbao. It's Berenguer. He's going to attempt the shot from quite a difficult angle. It was cleared there by Real Mallorca. So Unai Simon trying to play it out wide to Berenguer, who ends up giving away a throw-in. Now Leo Roman into Kumbuya, trying to look for Muriqi, can't find him. Donilato brings it down, they give it away. Now it's Atletico Bilbao. Here's Paredes. Donilato heading away the danger. It's Sergi Darder. Muriqi tries flicking it on to Mateo Joseph. And the ball just keeps on going one side to the other at the minute. It's Donilato on the left wing. What can he do with it? Again, he just tries giving it to Muriqi. And that seems to be their tactic almost every time. If they can't find a way through, kick the ball up to Muriqi and let him do the rest. So now, trying to put in the cross. Atletico Bilbao, good ball into Berenguer. It's Kumbuya defending him. Berenguer still in possession. So far, no changes have been made yet in this matchup. 50 minutes in here now. It's Nico Williams on the left wing. He ends up giving the ball right to Mateo Joseph. Good defending from Samuel Costa. Good ball into Sergi Darder. He can play out wide, and he does into Jan Virgili. Jan Virgili, what ball into Mateo Joseph. He tries flicking on to Muriqi. And a really poor attempt there from Mateo Joseph. He had all the time in the world to play into Muriqi. And you can just see his intention, trying to flick it over and pass it into him in the air. But he ends up giving it to Unai Simon. Now here's Martin Valgent. Back to Leo Roman. And some brilliant saves that Leo Roman made in that first half. Some really, really important ones. And you've got to appreciate having a goalkeeper like him in net. He's really kept Real Mallorca in this one in some important moments. Now here comes Gomez down the left wing. It's Gomez. He tries putting in the cross into that second post. The ball goes rolling wide. Goes all the way out. And the throw-in is for Real Mallorca. Here's Sergi Darder into Samu Costa. Martin Valgent into Kumbuya. Back to Leo Roman. Leo Roman's going to slow down the play and tell all of its teammates to keep calm, to try and keep the possession. Good ball there from Moriki into Sergi Darder. On the left wing, what can Sergi Darder do? He skips past his man. He does very well. Then the cross, there's just not enough height on it. So again, Real Mallorca in possession. Here's Martin Valgent. Trying to play it into Samu Costa. The pass was cut out by Nico Williams. Here's Mateo Jaume into Samu Costa. Now Omar Mascarell playing out wide to Kumbuya. Mateo Jaume. He's going to try and play a through ball into Gianvirgili. Samu Costa cuts out the pass. Here's Samu Costa. Looking for Donny Lato, and he gives away a very, very dangerous chance. Donny Lato commits the tackle, and he ends up awarding the free kick. But to me, quite surprised, it looked like a clean tackle. We'll take a look at the replay here. I think maybe he just does get his man before he gets the ball. The free kick was awarded, no booking. And that's the second time that Samu Costa has given away a very dangerous pass like that. And luckily for Donny Lato, he wasn't booked. He did very well to defend it. So now a throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. Here's Berenguer. Playing it down the right-hand side. Bilbao try putting in the cross. Berenguer attempts the bicycle kick. I think the referee awarded the goal kick either way. So now here's Real Mallorca. And we have some of those Real Mallorca players warming up. So maybe soon we could see some changes for this Real Mallorca side. Now here's Donny Lato. Donny Lato back to Kumbuya. Here's Sergi Darder. Good ball from Sergi Darder. Trying to find Omar Mascarell. He just can't turn around the way he wants to. Atletico Bilbao end up giving the ball away under the pressure. So now Sergi Darder is going to try and play it into Gianvirgili. It's going to be a throw-in the end for Real Mallorca. And you could see the rain absolutely pouring down here at the Sonmarsh Stadium. And no wonder the stadium isn't all that busy, as it's just absolutely pouring down with rain. And most of the stadium isn't covered. Trust me, I've been a few times. So now here's Nico Williams playing out wide into Yuri. Samu Costa ends up clearing it. Falls to Vivian. Vivian playing it down to Arezzo. Here's Arezzo again. He tries putting in the cross. Matteo Jaume clears it. Gianvirgili tries to head it on forward. Here's Nico Williams. Playing out wide into Arezzo. Berenguer. And Atletico Bilbao slowly looking for a way through, holding that possession. Nico Williams tries to get through. He ends up giving it away. They pick up the rebound. He gets the ball back again. Good ball from Nico Williams. Here's Berenguer. He's going to play out to Arezzo. Arezzo tries putting in the low cross. And the deflection almost finds itself into the back of the net. In the end, it is going to be a corner kick. A dangerous deflection. You can see Leo Roman losing his head at Tony Lato. Very, very close there. Maybe should have closed him down sooner. So now putting in the corner kick. Muriqi clears it. And it's going to be a throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. We're just about to hit the 60th minute marker. So 30 minutes left to go, and now Atletico Bilbao have decided to make some changes. Unai Gomez comes off for Atletico Bilbao. And Berenguer also comes off for Atletico Bilbao. Replacing him is going to be Iñaki Williams, sorry. And then replacing Unai Gomez is going to be Sunset. At one point in time, a very dangerous player for Atletico Bilbao. And he's starting, I'd argue, to get his form back a little bit. Attempting the long shot there. Yuri. But it was easy in the end for Leo Roman. Now here's Leo Roman. He gives it into Martin Valgent. Martin Valgent looking for Muriqi. Nico Williams brings it down. Good build-up play here from Atletico Bilbao. They could potentially break forward. Arezzo, he's going to try and put in the cross, and a poor cross there from Arezzo. He sends it flying over that crossbar. So it's going to be a goal kick for Real Mallorca. And now Real Mallorca trying to play it forward. Muriqi heads on forward. It falls to Sergi Derder. He's going to play out wide into Gianvirgili. He's got Samu Costa overlapping him. He gives it into Samu Costa. Samu Costa trying to put in the low cross. It almost finds Sergi Derder. But the shot was blocked in the end. And here's Mateo Joseph. He does well to get the ball back. He takes the shot off. And he sends it over the crossbar, Mateo Joseph. And he almost had his moment there. He did well to get the ball back. He does a few very good movements. Very good skill moves. They were claiming handball there, the RCD Mallorca squad. It looks like it hits him in the hand, but it doesn't. It just hits his lower stomach. So now Unai Simon to take the goal kick for Atletico Bilbao. And they do so. Mateo Jaume clearing it. It falls perfectly to Sunset. He's going to play out wide to Nico Williams. Here's Nico Williams. He cuts in. It's Nico Williams. He attempts the shot. It's blocked. And it falls all the way back to Arreso. Here's Vivian. Iñaki Williams losing it for Atletico Bilbao on his first touch of the game. Now Leo Roman into Martin Valgent. He plays into Jan Virgili. Jan Virgili into Samu Costa. They're going to play it out wide now to Toni Lato. He plays into Sergi Darder. Lovely ball into Samu Costa. Samu Costa into Toni Lato. He's going to try putting in the cross. Muriqi heads it down, but there's no one there to get on the edge of the pass from Muriqi. And now Atletico Bilbao can break forward. Here's Iñaki Williams. He gives a lovely ball into Guruceta. And attempting the long shots. De Galarreta, but he sends it far too wide. It was a good build-up play from Atletico Bilbao, but I'm just not sure why Guruceta decided to slow it down and pass it back instead of just taking the ball on its own. So now Leo Roman with the goal kick. But wait a minute now, the referee has stopped the play. And I'm not quite sure why. It looks like he could potentially be checking something. And I'm not quite sure what he could be checking. I know there was that potential handball from earlier, but it didn't look like to me that it was a handball. So now we'll see what the referee is checking. And I'm just not quite sure what's going on here. We're still waiting to see what the referee is checking. The Atletico Bilbao players don't look happy, which means it's obviously something that would be in favor for Real Mallorca. He's taking a while to check it. The suspense in the San Marcos Stadium is very high. You can see the two captains, Martin Valgent and Iñaki Williams, talking about it. It's obviously something in favor for Real Mallorca. We're still waiting to see. And the referee is going to go to VAR. And the only thing I can potentially think of is the handball potentially from earlier, but it did not look like handball to me from that one replay. But we'll see here because the referee is going to VAR, so there will be a check on something. And here it is. And we didn't see this earlier. Muriqi gets the header. And it hits the hand, as you can see, of Yuri. And definitely a handball. We didn't see this one on the replay from earlier. Muriqi, he gets the header to bring it down. Now, whether there was any danger coming from that chance or not, I'm not quite sure. But either way, Yuri has his hands, his arms spreaded wide out as he jumps there. But maybe it could be a natural reaction to spread your arms out like that when you think you're going to fall. I'm not quite sure. One thing is certain, it definitely hits his hand. And we'll see what's going to happen here. The referee is taking a long time. He keeps on looking, keeps on checking it. And they took a long time to go to the VAR previously. And now the referee's going to make his decision. And it is going to be a penalty kick for Real Mallorca. And that's the second penalty awarded to Real Mallorca in this matchup. And it's the second time it was awarded due to a handball. So 2 handballs and 2 penalties awarded for Real Mallorca in this matchup. In the 67th minute. The question is, can Vedan Muriqi put it away to get the hat-trick? If the Pirate manages to score this one, it will be 3-2 to Real Mallorca and a hat-trick for Vedan Muriqi, the Pirate. And Unai Simon, he did save the previous one. Vedan Muriqi did manage to put in the rebound. Can Unai Simon make the save again? And can Vedan Muriqi put Real Mallorca in the lead with just about 20 minutes left to go? So now, Vedan Muriqi up against Unai Simon. Can he put it away for the hat-trick? Vedan Muriqi! And he puts it away and slots it into the top right corner. And a hat-trick for the Pirate here at the San Mas Stadium. Real Mallorca lead 3-2 up against this Atletico Bilbao side. And what a matchup we've had with 20 minutes left to go. Vedan Muriqi, the Pirate, has put it into the back of the net. And what a brilliant performance from him. 3 goals in this matchup, a hat-trick for him. What a penalty. There was just no saving that for Unai Simon. He just dives the wrong way. And even so, Vedan Muriqi with his left foot puts it into that top right corner. And it's 3-2 to Real Mallorca. You can see Jacob Arrasate. He doesn't even want to watch. He's so nervous. And now Real Mallorca, all they need to do is just hold on to this lead. They've taken the lead twice. They've conceded twice. Now they've taken the lead for a 3rd time. The question is, can they hold on to this lead this time? And now what's happened here? Guruzeta has received a red card for protesting to the referee. And Guruzeta for Atletico Bilbao has been sent off. He picked up a 2nd yellow card. And the Atletico Bilbao striker is going to be sent off with 20 minutes left to go after conceding a goal. And with Real Mallorca taking the lead and Atletico Bilbao down to 10 men, they're just 1 step closer now to victory, Real Mallorca. And now the referee's walking over to the sidelines. And another red card has been handed out. I'm not quite sure who picked up the red card. I believe it was a player on the bench for Atletico Bilbao. And it was Unai Gomez who receives the yellow card, the player who got subbed off earlier on in this matchup. So 2 red cards for Atletico Bilbao and a goal conceded in about a space of 2 minutes. And it's all gone wrong for Atletico Bilbao. It's all gone downhill for them here at the San Mar Stadium. And with 20 minutes left to go, what a dramatic ending we've had. And now a yellow card also handed out to Adama on the bench for Atletico Bilbao. And another yellow card handed out to Lecue, also for Atletico Bilbao. And anyone who steps in with this referee gets booked. So now, a substitution to be made. It looks like Antonio Sanchez is going to be coming on for Real Mallorca. And replacing him, Mateo Joseph coming off for him. So Antonio Sanchez coming on and Mateo Joseph coming off. And 2 red cards for Atletico Bilbao. About 3 yellow cards handed out. And a goal conceded. 2 penalties given away. 2 handballs. And I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that Atletico Bilbao just completely gave away the match in about the space of 5 minutes. And they've got a mountain to climb, this Atletico Bilbao side now, with 1 man down. A red card handed out to a bench player, so he'll be missing next week out for them. 2 penalties given away, 2 handballs. And in the end, it was actually a red card for Lecue on the bench. So 3 red cards handed out for Atletico Bilbao. And so much just happened. So much just happened in that one sequence. It was almost hard to keep up with. And it's been absolute chaos in the second half so far for Atletico Bilbao. And of course Real Mallorca will be enjoying every minute of it. They won't be complaining. As Atletico Bilbao, they just lost their cool there. And now the ball falls to Sergi Darder. So we're finally back to a bit of normal football. And now with just about 16 minutes left to go, Sunset also picked up a yellow card there. Yellow and red cards handed out left, right and center for Atletico Bilbao. I think that's about 5 yellow cards and about 3 red cards in the space of about 2 minutes for Atletico Bilbao. And I mean, they've completely lost their cool. They've given away this match. And man, I can understand the frustration from Atletico Bilbao. But looking at the replays, it is 2 handballs from Atletico Bilbao. They're very unlucky to give away 2 penalties and 2 handballs. But the rules are the rules, and they are clear handballs. So now it's going to be a throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. And by the looks of it, Atletico Bilbao did make some substitutions, but we were so busy talking about the other stuff that was happening that we missed them. I believe Robert Navarro, the former Real Mallorca player who just left this team last season, I believe he came on for Atletico Bilbao. Now good play here from Yuri to drive forward. Here's Antonio Sanchez playing into Muriqi, who gets taken down from behind. It's going to be a free kick. And if Real Mallorca can walk away with the result in the end in this matchup. You can imagine the joy that Vedran Muriqi will feel. A hat-trick for him in this matchup. And a big result if Real Mallorca do manage to secure the victory. So now the referee blows the whistle and the play is going to continue. Another substitution there for Atletico Bilbao. De Galarreta comes off, and replacing him was Andoni. So now a throw-in for Real Mallorca. So now here's Mateo Jaume. He's going to play it back to Martin Valgent. And what a second half we have had on our hands. If the first half wasn't good enough, you've had the drama of the second half. And what a brilliant match of football we've really had. It's been absolutely spectacular for the viewers, for the neutrals, and for the Real Mallorca fans. Not too good for the Atletico Bilbao fans, of course. So now here's Toni Lato driving forward. There still is time for Atletico Bilbao to get an equalizer, as there's still about 12 minutes left to go, and I can imagine quite a bit of extra time. I would say there's going to be about 9 minutes added on of extra time, or even more. Despite Atletico Bilbao, they are one man down on the field. Off the field, they're 3 man down, as 2 bench players got sent off. But on the pitch, they're just 1 man down. But either way, they could definitely still get an equalizer, this Atletico Bilbao side. So Real Mallorca have to stay up on their feet. And a poor giveaway there by Unai Simon. He's going to attempt a long shot. Sergi Darder. And a poor giveaway there from Unai Simon. Almost cost another goal. Maybe should have taken the shot first time, or should have passed into Muriqi maybe. He attempted the shot, Sergi Darder. It's not a very good one. Did go right at Unai Simon. But he did get a corner kick in the end. So now Sergi Darder stepping up to take the corner. Putting in the cross, looking for Muriqi. And looking for his 4th goal of this match. He sends it over the crossbar. And it couldn't get much better for him in this matchup. If he scored the 4th, well, you could already imagine what it would mean. And that's 14 goals for Vedran Muriqi this season in the LaLiga division. 2nd place. He's now 3 goals above Ferran Torres. And just behind him is Kylian Mbappe on 17 goals, I believe, or 18. So he's not too far, just about 3 or 4 goals behind Kylian Mbappe. And I mean, what a player he's been, the Pirate, this season for Real Mallorca. And if it wasn't for him, where would Real Mallorca be this season? And despite the squad being the way it has been going this season, he's still been absolutely brilliant. And you know, for a team to be sitting almost in relegation zone, and for a man to be the 2nd maximum goal scorer of the La Liga division, it's just so impressive. And I think the difference is, of the other maximum goal scorers, you know, you've got Ferran Torres and Kylian Mbappe. The difference is their teams are sitting on first or second place, whereas Real Mallorca are almost in relegation. And it says a lot about the player that he is, Vedat Muriqi, and the talent that he possesses at finishing. He's a very, very dangerous striker. And we've seen it out here today. So now Leo Roman looking to play into Muriqi. And they've given the ball away, so now it's Atletico Bilbao in possession with just about 8 minutes left to go. Here's Robin Navarro trying to drive forward. He ends up losing it to Jan Virgili. What ball that is there from Muriqi into Samu Costa. He plays it into Jan Virgili. He's going to slow the play down. And Jan Virgili attempting to switch it. Muriqi ends up committing the foul. And not quite sure what Jan Virgili was thinking there. And now, by the looks of it, 2 substitutions are going to be made for Real Mallorca. Pablo Torre and Johan Mojica coming on, and coming off is going to be Toni Lato. And the other player that's going to be coming off is going to be Jan Virgili, as he does look tired by the looks of it in that last sequence. And what a match, I will say. What a match Toni Lato has had. For me, he's just been absolutely brilliant. And a big display from Toni Lato out there today, defensively and offensively. I think he's been very good. And Jan Virgili has also put in his part. He's been a bit quiet there today, but he still has done very well at running forward and attacking, helping the team push on forward. He has been very good. Offensively, it's been a very positive night out there today. Mainly thanks to one man, of course. The man that has scored the hat-trick out there today. Defensively. And now a dangerous chance there for Atletico Bilbao. And Sanchez got on the edge of the header. A very dangerous chance. A good header there from Sanchez. Luckily it went right into the hands of Leo Roman. A dangerous chance. Just to tell you that Atletico Bilbao is still in this. Now here comes Antonio Sanchez on the right hand side. Tries putting in the low pass. It falls to Sergi Darder, who gets the shot off. What a chance that was there for Real Mallorca to seal the match off. And a big chance for Sergi Darder. It's a really poor shot. He has all the time in the world to place that shot. Muriqi does so well to lay it off to Sergi Darder, and he sends it absolutely flying. It's a really poor effort. And a really big chance there to seal off the match. So now, Antonio Sanchez looking to play it forward into Samu Costa. It ends up being a throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. So now here's Judy. Taking the throw-in, Atletico Bilbao. Playing it back to Yuri. Martin Valgent clearing it. Yuri tries kicking it back up, looking for Robert Navarro. Martin Valgent comes out, defends it well. And it's still absolutely pouring down with rain here at the Sanma Stadium. And just 5 minutes left to go. It ends up being a foul free kick was awarded. You can see Muriqi, you can see what he thought of that one. There's a look at the replay from the second penalty awarded for Real Mallorca and the third goal for Vedat Muriqi, the hat-trick. And if Real Mallorca go on to win this match, or even if they don't, this is going to be a hat-trick talked about for quite some time. One to remember for Vedat Muriqi, and 14 goals for him this season. He's been absolutely brilliant. What more do you want? So now Ruben Navarro putting in the cross. Vedat Muriqi clears it. It is going to be a corner. And even though he's on the hat-trick, he's out there, he's still defending well, helping his team to run down the clock, as there's still about 3 minutes and a half left to go, plus, I can imagine, quite a high amount of extra time. And now it heads on forward, and what a save from Leo Roman! What a save! What a chance from Vivian for Atletico de Bilbao! And the save from Leo Roman was spectacular. The header from Vivian. And he's so close to the net. Leo Roman, he's got plenty of players in front of him. He can't even see very well. And he performs a brilliant save. And how many times has he kept Real Mallorca in this matchup today? He's made some brilliant saves. He's been so good out there today, Leo Roman. And again, this match definitely isn't over. There's still a long time to go. Despite Atletico Bilbao being one man down, they're still attacking very well. It's still proving to be dangerous. And Real Mallorca just have to see this one out. So now here's Sunset trying to put in the cross. Mateo Jaume clearing it. And 2 minutes left to go here now, and then we'll see how many minutes of extra time we'll have. Kumbuya heads it. Samu Costa into trying to play into Pablo Torre. Here's Mateo Jaume. Omar Mascarell. Again, Mateo Jaume. Good touch there from Samu Costa to try and bring it down. He gets taken down, and it's going to be a free kick for Real Mallorca. A very important one. Well earned there from Samu Costa. Just to help push on the minutes. You can see just hits him there with his hand there, Vivian. He's a bit uncontrolled. There's the chance there again. Luckily, it goes right at Leo Roman. He doesn't even have to move. It just goes right at him. But still a really important save. And just look at the manager from Atletico Bilbao, Ernesto Valverde. Just look at his reaction. Now Mojica. Good ball into Vedat Muriqi. Here's Pablo Torre. He switches it all the way out to Antonio Sanchez. What can he do here, Antonio Sanchez? He's going to play it back to Mateo Jaume. Samu Costa into Omar Mascarell. Back to Samu Costa. Samu Costa tries flicking it through. And they end up losing it. Pablo Torre, he gets the ball back. But he just trips as he does. So, a throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. And now we've hit the 90th minute marker, and we'll see how many minutes of added time we're going to get. And there's going to be 10 minutes of added time. As I did expect, there was going to be a lot. And it's certainly going to be a very long time for this Real Mallorca squad. And good ball there, looking for Ruben Navarro. Martin Valgent clearing it. Dangerous chance there for Atletico Bilbao. Mojica gets there first. He's going to try and play up forward, and it ends up being a throw-in for Real Mallorca. And just look at how tired these Real Mallorca players look. They're absolutely exhausted, but again, still 9 minutes left to go. Still a long time, despite Atletico Bilbao being one man down. They really need to keep their guard up. So now here's Kumbuya into Mojica. Mojica into Pablo Torre. Good ball from Pablo Torre into Sergi Darder. Sergi Darder does well to skip past his man. And he does very well to keep the ball. And he's been spectacular today, hasn't he, Sergi Darder? He's been very, very good. Now, by the looks of it, another substitution is going to be made for Real Mallorca. So Javi Abres is going to be coming on, and coming off to replace him is going to be Sergi Darder. And what a player he's been in this matchup. He's proven to be very important out there today. And a brilliant display from him. So now here's Leo Roman. He's going to play it short into Kumbuya. Good play here from Real Mallorca. It's Pablo Torre. He's going to stop. And he decides to take it back. Here's Martin Valgent into Mateu Jaume. He's got Javi Abres on his right. He plays into Muriqi. Muriqi, good ball into Antonio Sanchez. Antonio Sanchez putting in the cross. And it falls to Javi Abres. What a chance that was there for Javi Abres. Who ends up getting taken down. And either way, by the looks of it, was offside. The ball into Antonio Sanchez, so it wouldn't have counted either way. And now, here come Atletico Bilbao down this right-hand side. Good tackle there from Omar Mascarell. 93 minutes and a half in here now. Iñaki Williams tries getting the touch. Javi Abres plays into Mojica. He clears it. But the ball went out of bounds. So a throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. Taking the throw-in. Vivian tries putting in the cross. Antonio Sanchez clearing it. They take it all the way back to Unai Simon. So now Atletico Bilbao putting in the cross. It falls to Iñaki Williams. He brings it down. Iñaki Williams trying to take the shot off. What a save by Leo Roman again. A very big save. And how many times has he made those important saves out there today, Leo Roman? He's just been brilliant. And the shot from Iñaki Williams was very dangerous, going into that top left corner. So now taking the corner kick, Atletico Bilbao. It falls to Samu Costa. Muriqi clearing it. Mojica does well to keep it in play. Kicking up forward. And now, by the looks of it, wait a minute, the referee is going to be checking something. The Atletico Bilbaos were protesting, maybe for a handball. And of course it will be looked at. We'll take a look at the replay here. Ooh, and it could potentially... And the play continues, luckily, for Real Mallorca. I didn't really get a good look on it. It did look dangerous, but I just think he has his hands too close to his body. Here's Muriqi. who brings the ball down very well. He plays it through. Here's a chance for Real Mallorca to take the lead. What a save by Unai Simon. The shot from Javi Abres was brilliant. Muriqi does so well. He leaves it into Javi Abres. What a save and what a shot from the substitute. There's a look again at the shot from Iñaki Williams. What a save. Brilliant save from Leo Roman. And now we're in the 96th minute, so 4 minutes left to go. And Real Mallorca just have to try and see this one out. So now, Real Mallorca just holding it by the sideline. Ends up being a throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. And he brings the ball down well. Here's Muriqi potentially with a chance. And he sends the shot flying over the crossbar. Another chance there for Vedat Muriqi. He should be doing better there. So now a goal kick for Unai Simon. And Muriqi does so well there to flick it on to Antonio Sanchez. Now here comes Real Mallorca. Antonio Sanchez, he slows down. Looks for a way through. Good tackle from Javi Abres. Atletico Bilbao end up fighting their way out of there. Good challenge by Martin Valgent. Goes to Unai Simon. 98 minutes in here now. There's 2 minutes left to go. Samuel Costa heading on forward. Clearing it. Real Mallorca. It's going to be a throw-in for Atletico Bilbao. Unai Simon kicking up. Mojica clearing it. Goes all the way back to Unai Simon. He's going to kick it up forward. 1 minute and a half left to go. Can Real Mallorca see this through? Here's Yuri. Yuri playing a good ball here. Yuri trying to put in the cross, and it goes into the hands of Leo Roman. And with 1 minute left to go, he'll be taking his time. There's a look at again, the save from Leo Roman, the shot from Iñaki Williams. It's brilliant. So now here's another chance maybe for Vedat Muriqi, who brings it down. He tries taking the shot off. And another save by Unai Simon. And Vedat Muriqi could have scored 4 or 5 out there today. But he only managed to score 3. Trying to play it through. Real Mallorca clearing it. And 20 seconds left to go here now. And it's Atletico Bilbao. Here's Robin Navarro. Looking for a way through. Jaude Gazar. Yuri putting in the cross. And headed it on forward. And it's going to be a goal kick. The header from Sunset just can't go on target. And that's 10 minutes now. It's going to be a goal kick for Real Mallorca. And by the looks of it, that should be it. And Real Mallorca should be getting the 3 points. Look how they celebrate that. And I mean, a win out there today means so much to them. It means so much to them. What a massive result. And what a night for Vedat Muriqi, the Pirate. The play is still going to continue. Trying to play it through Atletico Bilbao. It's cleared. Muriqi tries bringing it down. Poor touch. They kick it up forward. Ruben Navarro attempts the shot and it goes right into the hands of Leo Roman. And that is the full-time whistle here at the San Mas Stadium. And Real Mallorca take home 3 very, very important points out here today. What a result. Jacob Arrasate goes straight to the dressing room. He's obviously not very happy with the 3 points. And I mean, I'm not surprised. They did concede. But in the end, it's a big, big result. There's Vedan Muriqi, the man of the match, of course, with the hat-trick. And even he doesn't even look that happy. And I mean, look at that, Muriqi. He's not even got a smile on his face. And that just tells you the type of player he is. He's obviously not happy with the way the team's been performing, with the way everything's been going. And he said it in an interview the other day. He's really happy to score this amount of goals, but if the team doesn't win, then it's just not good enough for him. And it just tells you the type of player he is. What a match out there today for Real Mallorca. Those 3 points were so, so important against a side that I would say most people said that they wouldn't have expected Real Mallorca to get a result out there today against a side, an Atletico Bilbao side that's been doing well, that's sitting at 9th place on the table with 24 points. They've obviously been doing well. And Real Mallorca have gone out there today. And Vedan Muriqi, he stepped up. He got the hat-trick for his side. And again, it's a big team performance, especially from that midfield and that offensive. Again, just spectacular out there today. We're going to talk about the defense as well, but one thing I want to say, for me, there's just 3 players out there today that were absolutely spectacular, that deserve the applause. Number 1 is Leo Roman, the goalkeeper. He made so many important saves out there today, so many difficult saves. He made 9 saves in total, and lots of them were absolutely brilliant, flying, diving saves. And I mean, a brilliant performance out there today. He's a big, big goalkeeper. Obviously, Sergi Dodin in the center attacking mid, he got an assist. He was absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, it's going to be Vedan Muriqi, the pirate, the main man, the striker who got the hat-trick out there today for Real Mallorca. And I mean, where would they be this season if it wasn't for him? He's got 14 goals this season, 2nd place for the most goals in the whole LaLiga division this season, and just in front of him, only with about 3 goals more, is Kylian Mbappe. So, what a player he's been, despite the poor results from Real Mallorca recently. And I mean, you can look there on your screen, 2-1 the Rayo loss, 1-2 loss to Girona, 1-1 to Valencia, and all those ones you see are goals from Vedan Muriqi. Again, if it wasn't for him, where would they be? So, a brilliant result out there today. Defensively, we do have to talk about it, and I think that's the reason Jacob Arrasate just isn't happy. You know, defensively, we saw that Vedan Muriqi, he scored the first goal. It's a brilliant goal, by the way. First 5 minutes, brilliant assist from Sergi Dodin. 2 minutes after, they concede a goal to Atletico Bilbao, right? And then, just before the end of the first half, Vedan Muriqi, they get the penalty. 5 minutes after, they concede again. Just 5 minutes after scoring, and that's twice they've conceded after just scoring, after taking the lead, and at home. It's really, really poor defensive awareness. And I mean, they're lucky that Leo Roman put in the performance he did out there today, because if not, I think it could have been a different story. They're lucky that Vedan Muriqi stepped up. He got the 3 goals. They're lucky that Leo Roman made those saves, because I'm telling you now, if you took away Leo Roman and Vedan Muriqi out there today, it wouldn't have been a result. It wouldn't have been a win. It's thanks to them too. Of course, the defense and the attack altogether was brilliant. Samu Costa, Mar Mascarell, Jambri, it was all brilliant. I think Donny Lato had a very good game too. But if you took away those 2 players, it wouldn't have been a result out there today. because the saves from Leo Roman were just spectacular. The goals from Vedam Muriqi, absolutely brilliant. To be fair to Atletico Bilbao, they were really unlucky to give away 2 penalties due to 2 handballs. They really were unlucky. It's just something it just happens in football. It's really unlucky. I don't think they played bad at all. I think they played pretty good. Offensively, they were creating a lot of danger. Defensively, they really lacked out there today. Unai Simon, brilliant goalkeeper, made a lot of saves, even saved the penalty. You've got to feel for him. But again, they just got, I think, a bit unlucky. I don't think they played bad. Just giving away 2 penalties, 2 handballs. And, I think you're talking about that Atletico Bilbao could have potentially brought it back if they didn't lose their head, if they didn't, after they conceded the 3rd goal. I think they just completely lost their heads. They were furious due to the penalty. They picked up a red card, then they picked up another, then they picked up about 4 yellow cards. They picked up, let's count this right here, right? They picked up 4 red cards, 4 red cards, and 5 yellow cards on the sequence of about 2 minutes, and they gave away a penalty. I think if they didn't lose their heads maybe at the end, they could have standed a chance potentially getting an equalizer, but they just lost their heads. They got unlucky out there today. They did play good, but Real Mallorca, fair play to Vedam Muriqi, to Leo Roman, to Sergi Darder, for those players that really, really made a difference out there today, that really did step up. The other players, they were good, but these 3 players right here really did step up. It was brilliant. Now let's take a look at where that leaves Real Mallorca on the table. Again, 3 really important points out there today. That takes them all the way from 17th place to 13th place and leaves them with 21 points on the table, crawling away from that relegation zone. Again, a super important result out there today. And Athletic Club stay in the same position. They stay in 8th place with 24 points. And it would have been a very important 3 points for them there today to get close to European football. But, again, big loss out there for them today. And a massive result for Real Mallorca. I also think some of those players on the bench were very good out there today for Real Mallorca. I think they made a big difference. Especially Javi Yabres, he came on really late in the 90th minute, but I think he was very, very energetic. He even got 1 or 2 very good shots off. I think the bench, they did their job. They brought on more stamina. They didn't particularly make a huge difference, but they did all they need to help push their team onward. And I think the bench for Atletico Bilbao was really poor. I think that you'd expect these bench players to come on to bring more energy, but I don't think they did. Iñaki Williams, he came on, he had a huge chance and a big save by Leo Roman, but apart from that, I didn't see much. Either way, that is going to be the end of today's live stream from me. It's been an absolutely brilliant result. It's been an absolutely brilliant match. And again, what a match we saw out there today. It's been great. It really has. It's been everything we've wanted to see. And yeah. So, again, that's going to be the end of today's matchup here today. Thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube Play Red channel. Make sure to tune in next week on the 22nd for a friendly that Real Mallorca will be playing. Due to that, they aren't playing in about almost 2 weeks, so we're going to have a friendly coming up very soon. We're going to be live streaming it here on the YouTube Play Red channel, and I'm going to be commentating over it. So if you want to tune in for that one, make sure you tune in here on the YouTube Play Red channel on the 22nd of January on the Thursday. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to today's live stream. It's been a brilliant match, a big hat-trick from Vedam Muriqi and some big saves by Leo Roman. And the player that's on the screen right there also, Sergi Darder, a brilliant performance from him out there today. So make sure to follow us on our English social media Twitter page for more daily updates on the squad and more Matchday live updates. I've been your host for today. My name's Daniel Armstrong, and thank you so much for joining us. Everyone, have a good night.
espalda, pero claro, lo ves, pero no es fácil conquistarlo porque necesitas una conducción o una triangulación para encontrar eso, y creo que hoy lo hemos interpretado bien, lo hemos hecho bien, y bueno, luego los últimos minutos, pues es verdad, ellos son que están con 10, van con todo arriba, y tú en la situación que estás, pues siempre tienes ese miedo de que te pueden empatar. Por suerte, pues bueno, lo hemos gestionado bien, y cuando han tenido alguna ocasión ha aparecido Leo también, que ha sido importante.
Eso por una área. En la otra, hat-trick de Vedat Muric, el primer jugador que lo hace en el Mallorca en primera desde Huiza en 2008. No sé qué valoración, 14 goles ya de Vedat Muric.
Sí, se acaban un poco los calificativos, ¿no? Porque bueno, aparte de ser un gran jugador y que nos da mucho, es que ahora además está muy acertado, y hoy ha hecho 3 goles, lo cual es muy difícil y nos ha ayudado a ganar, ¿no? Entonces, bueno, contento por él, y contento también porque, bueno, por lo menos ha metido goles y ha servido para ganar, que esta primera vuelta, pues bueno, yo creo que esos 11 goles que había hecho no los habíamos, no sé, rentabilizado también, y ojalá siga haciendo goles y nosotros rentabilizándolo.
No, gracias, enhorabuena.
Vale, hasta luego, adiós.
Ahí están las palabras de Iago Arrasate, que lo primero que ha destacado, ¿no? La clasificación aprieta, efectivamente, la clasificación de la Liga que aprieta, y lo más importante es que hay que sumar todos los puntos posibles. Ahora el Mallorca tiene un calendario complicado, pero hoy se ha demostrado, como ha dicho uno de los protagonistas que han pasado por los micrófonos del Play Red Live, ¿no? Hoy se ha demostrado que el Mallorca ha ganado un equipo de Champions. Un equipo de Champions que hoy se ha plantado aquí, que por momentos, como ha dicho Iago, nos ha costado defender, y yo quiero volver un poco a lo que ha dicho Dardé, que tenemos que ser más conservadores cuando nos ponemos por delante, porque yo creo que en la Liga es muy difícil marcar goles, es muy difícil ponerse por delante. Yo creo que tenemos que aprovechar un poquito más las ventajas que se nos dan, ¿no? Yo creo que el partido ante Osasuna, ¿no? Que el Mallorca gana 2-0 y al final Osasuna en 5 minutos pues te remonta, ¿no? Hay que intentar evitar estos partidos, hay que intentar evitar que el partido se vuelva loco, ¿no? Y conservar un poco el resultado, que hoy el Mallorca le ha costado, pero sí que es verdad que en la segunda parte lo ha hecho muy bien, con un Leo Román también estelar y salvando al equipo en muchos momentos. Pero un Mallorca increíble, que en tema de datos, vamos a repasarles, porque en tema de posesión el Mallorca le ha ganado la posesión al Athletic Club, 51% de posesión ante 49% para el Athletic Club. En disparos, 17 disparos del Mallorca. De los 17 disparos, 8 se han marchado fuera y 9 han ido a portería. 21 disparos del Athletic Club, 5 han sido bloqueados, 5 se han marchado fuera y 11 han ido a portería. En tema de disparos, de verdad que el Athletic Club ha probado muchas más veces a Leo Román, muchas veces eran disparos de 3/4 de campo, de lejos, ¿no? Terminando jugada, pero es verdad que el Athletic Club sí que ha disparado muchas veces a la portería de Leo Román, pero eso demuestra una cosa también, que muchas veces queremos que el Mallorca, o le exigimos al Mallorca que sea efectivo en las áreas, y hoy, en este caso, lo ha sido efectivo en las áreas en el área de Unai Simón, con un Muriqui estelar. Por lo tanto, el Mallorca, que en efectividad, sobre todo en el primer disparo a portería, ha sido el primer gol en el minuto 5 de Muriqui, ha ganado al Athletic Club. 9 paradas de Leo Román por 6 de Unai Simón, 473 pases del Mallorca por 433 del Athletic Club. Yo creo que en los últimos partidos, algo que yo había echado en falta del Mallorca era la zona de medios, que era un poco donde la zona de máquinas, donde se cuece todo un poco. No teníamos control, donde pasábamos directamente de la defensa al ataque con balones largos, ¿no? Hoy sí que he visto un centro del campo más serio, un centro del campo, ¿no? Con más criterio, ejecutando la jugada, empezando donde... Yo creo que hoy me ha gustado mucho el Mallorca en términos de defensa, porque muchas veces cuando el Athletic Club se ha sabido sufrir, ha sabido defender, pero también, ¿no?, donde se cuece todo en la sala de máquinas, en este 11 titular, ¿no?, en este centro del campo que ha sacado con Samu Costa, Dardé y Omar Mascarell. Y destacar también tanto el partido de Toni Lato en el lateral izquierdo como el partido de Mateu Jaume. Yo creo que Mateu Jaume hoy ha tenido que bailar con dos jugadores que son dos punzantes, como es Nico Williams, y luego cuando ha sido sustituido Nico Williams con Robert Navarro, dos jugadores que son rápidos, que les gusta el regate, que son desequilibrantes, que son incisivos. Sobre todo Nico Williams, que no ha parado de probar, de encarar a Mateu Jaume, y es verdad que muchas veces Nico Williams le ganaba, pero Mateu Jaume recuperaba rápidamente su marca. Y yo creo que ha hecho un partidazo Mateu Jaume y chapó el partido tanto de Toni Lato como de Mateu Jaume, que si hay que destacar también hay que destacar muchos jugadores. Kumbula también, es verdad que en momentos en la primera parte ha estado dubitativo, pero luego es verdad que lo hemos visto a un gran nivel con Martin Valgent entendiéndose muy bien, y arriba yo creo que los de siempre, ¿no? Jan Virgili espectacular, dando aire al Mallorca, atacando, siendo quien lleva la batuta del ataque. Muriqui también siendo muy generoso a la hora no solamente de marcar goles, sino también cediendo a sus compañeros. Me acuerdo una aquí en la segunda parte donde Muriqui ha dejado pasar el balón y Dardé venía, que la ha terminado estrellando y se ha marchado por encima del travesaño. Muy bien Muriqui, no solamente marcando goles, sino también ayudando al equipo. Creo que el equipo hoy ha sido una comunión, y yo creo que lo ha dicho Dardé también, el hecho de que era necesario hacer este partido, ¿no? Yo creo que ha sido como un golpe sobre la mesa, o lo veremos ahora en las próximas jornadas, ¿no? Pero decirnos las cosas a la cara, ¿no? Lo ha dicho Dardé, lo ha dicho también Toni Lato, Leo Román. Decirnos las cosas a la cara y sobre todo intentar mejorar del fallo, ¿no? Sabemos dónde hemos fallado, repasamos donde nos hemos equivocado, porque al final yo creo que en el fútbol siempre hay que repasar, ¿no? Y sobre todo mejorar de los fallos del pasado, intentar no volverlos a cometer, porque el fútbol no te deja cometer muchos fallos seguidos. Así que el partido que ha terminado 3-2 para el Mallorca. Estamos esperando la rueda de prensa de Yagoba Arrasate. El próximo partido del Mallorca ahora es visitar el Civitas Metropolitano, visitar el Atlético de Madrid. Partido complicadísimo ante un gran rival que está en un gran momento de forma. Por lo tanto, creo que lo importante es disfrutar de esta victoria, de esta merecida victoria del Mallorca por 3-2. Y nada, vamos a escuchar, creo que tenemos a Ernesto Valverde, si no me equivoco, compañeros. Tenemos a Yagoba Arrasate, por supuesto. Vamos a escucharlo entonces. Vamos a escuchar a Arrasate ya, que está en rueda de prensa.
¿Qué tal? Buenas noches, buenas tardes. Empezamos la rueda de prensa de Yago Arrasate post partido. Si os podéis presentar, porfa, con nombre, medio y una pregunta por turno. Empieza Alberto cuando quieras.
Hola, mister, ¿qué tal? Alberto Hernando, Carrusel Deportivo de la cadena SER. Hoy había que ganar como fuera, ¿no? No sé con qué sensaciones tienes ahora, prácticamente pulsaciones, a terminar el partido.
Bueno, lo primero que pienso que esto no sé si es sano, lo primero, y después pues sí que ha sido un partido eléctrico, trepidante, han pasado muchas cosas, pero bueno, por suerte hemos tenido más acierto y nos llevamos una victoria para nosotros importantísima.
Juanmi.
Sí, mister, ¿qué tal? Juan Miguel Sánchez en directo Figu Radio. No sé si una de las cosas que no podía faltar hoy era esfuerzo. No sé si en esta faceta se va especialmente satisfecho.
Sí, sí. Hemos hablado de eso antes del partido, que había que ponerle mucho corazón, y creo que corazón hemos tenido. Cabeza por momentos igual no, porque después de ponernos dos veces por delante tenemos que sostener un poco mejor, sabiendo que enfrente había un equipo con mucho talento, pero es verdad que nos han hecho ocasiones y creo que eso tenemos que mejorar, pero creo que el equipo lo ha intentado todo, ha puesto mucho corazón, ha creído, yo creo que el público también lo ha visto, el público se ha entregado también, y es de esas victorias que pueden marcar un punto de inflexión, ¿no?
Miki.
Sí, mister, Miquel Verger per Esports 3 en joc en IB3 Radio. Hat-trick de Muriqui, Leo Román también ha sido quizá el mejor partido que ha hecho esta temporada. Sergi Darder podríamos incluso abarcar lo que es su experiencia en el Mallorca también como el mejor partido de hoy. Y sin embargo, la situación en la que estaba el Mallorca, quizá lo más importante sea lo que ha dicho usted, ¿no? Quizá cómo ha sabido responder a los dos golpes que ha recibido después de la alegría del gol, cómo la ha empatado el Athletic de Bilbao, y el Mallorca no parecía que estuviera donde está y ha sabido responder mentalmente. Se ha mostrado un equipo fuerte, ¿no?
Sí, 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 porque venimos de dos derrotas, la clasificación aprieta, y después de ponernos dos veces por delante que te empaten, pues es fastidioso y joder, te mina un poco esa confianza también. El descanso hemos hablado de eso, y creo que el segundo tiempo hemos entrado muy bien, hemos tenido la ocasión de Samu, la de Sergi, luego es verdad que luego con el penalti, con la expulsión, pues cambia, y los últimos minutos pues al final ellos van con todo arriba, y es verdad que hemos tenido opciones de cerrar el partido, pero también es verdad que ha aparecido Leo, y bueno, como tú bien dices, que hay muchos nombres propios hoy, pero lo más importante es que el Mallorca ha ganado, ¿no?
Paco.
Paco Muñoz de Onda Cero. Supongo que lo que rescata es positivo, son los 3 puntos. En un día en el que ha ido el equipo por delante del marcador, pero se va a hablar mucho de los penaltis. ¿Le llega a fastidiar que
No.
le reste mérito la victoria con el tema de los penaltis?
No. Creo que le doy valor a los puntos, le doy valor a lo que hemos hecho en ataque, le doy valor a que creo que ha sido un partido trepidante, eléctrico, donde por momentos hemos sujetado el ritmo también, que estos juegan a un ritmo muy alto y nos estaba faltando eso. Pero también es verdad que los penaltis han sido decisivos y al igual que la semana pasada dije que nos habían perjudicado, pues hoy nos han beneficiado, ¿no? Porque el fútbol, bueno, ya sabéis un poco lo que pienso, se está convirtiendo, situaciones accidentales se están convirtiendo en determinantes y para mí eso no es bueno para el fútbol.
Miguel, y luego José.
Sí, hola, llegó Miguel Chacartilla de Mallorca. Justo al hilo de lo que decías de los penaltis, el otro día en Vallecas.
Vale, vamos a recuperar la rueda de prensa de Yagoba en unos instantes. Compañeros, vamos a esperar y volvemos a conectar con la rueda de prensa de Yagoba Arrasate para escuchar cómo analiza esta victoria de 3-2 ante el Athletic Club. Vamos allá.
Miran un poco y parece que quieren encontrar algo y hoy hemos tenido la fortuna, porque creo que son diferentes la primera y la segunda acción, pero la segunda creo que es un forcejeo donde Yuri también, si has jugado al fútbol, es que es muy difícil un forcejeo con Muriqui ir de otra manera, ¿no? Entonces, por eso digo que la semana pasada fue determinante, hoy creo que ha sido determinante, el partido de ayer también, y creo que es algo que yo ya los estoy diciendo que creo que no es bueno para el fútbol.
José.
Hola, míster, aquí José Peña, M3 Televisión. Dijo usted en la previa que había que ser eficaz hoy, sí. no juego bonito ni historias. El Mallorca ofensivamente sí es un equipo eficaz, cuando llega poco al menos marca, cuando llega mucho también marca como hoy, pero defensivamente también le hace mucho. ¿Cuánto le preocupa la defensa y si cree que es algo que se puede solucionar al corto plazo?
No, se debe solucionar porque es verdad que en ataque hoy hemos hecho 3 goles, hemos tenido eficacia sobre todo en las primeras acciones que han sido gol, pero luego hemos tenido ocasiones yo creo que claras para poder hacer más goles, pero es verdad que el debe es el tema defensivo. Es verdad que enfrente había mucho talento y jugadores que cada vez están mejor, pero es verdad que necesitamos más solidez para sacar más puntos porque no siempre vamos a hacer 3 goles.
Vamos atrás, Chisco y luego Jordi.
Hola, míster Chisco Díaz de Radio Nacional, enhorabuena por la victoria. Yo le quería preguntar por la figura de Vedat Muriqi. Son 14 goles. Si le preocupa que a las alturas de año en las que estemos puede suscitar más interés del que debería para los intereses del Mallorca.
Que suscite interés me parece lo más normal del mundo cuando lleva 14 goles con el Mallorca, ¿no? Pero bueno, no sé, no espero ningún movimiento. Es un jugador importantísimo para nosotros, siempre lo es, y si hace goles pues es más determinante si cabe, ¿no? A ver si empezamos a rentabilizar también los goles que hace, porque en la primera vuelta no lo hemos hecho.
Jordi Jiménez para el tiempo de juego de la cadena COPE. ¿Has visto algo de mejoría, algo que no vieras anteriormente, sí, para pensar que es un punto de inflexión?
Sí, creo que el equipo ha sido mucho más valiente que otras veces, que ha ido hacia adelante. Eso nos ha hecho que el partido se convierta de toma y daca, de ida y vuelta por momentos. Seguramente ha sido un partido vistoso para ver. A nosotros los entrenadores nos gusta toma sí, daca no, digamos, de generar tú pero que no te generen, pero yo sí que he visto hoy equipo con corazón, con las ideas claras en ataque, que hemos hecho daño a un equipo que el martes va a jugar contra el Atalanta y tiene opciones de clasificarse en la Champions, y creo que el equipo ya ha estado mejor que otras veces.
Pau, y luego venimos de este lado.
Sí, Pau Ferragut para Radio Baleares. Sorionac, mister. Yo quería, usted siempre habla de ir sobre el horario previsto, sí, los puntos y las jornadas. Ahora el Mallorca con 21 puntos en 20 jornadas sí que iría un poco en su promedio, pero teniendo en cuenta que se empezó con 2 puntos de 18, ahora verse con casi la mitad de la permanencia en el bolsillo.
Vale, vamos a volver a recuperar. La rueda de prensa ya es la segunda vez. Vamos a volver a recuperar la rueda de prensa de Yagoba, que se nos termina colando ahí la... Vamos allá, venga, compañeros.
Y bueno, hemos empezado con buen pie, pero bueno, hay que seguir.
De este lado, César y luego Pablo.
César Mateo para Diario de Mallorca. No sé si lo he visto bien desde arriba. Creo que usted ha sido el único que no ha celebrado el tercer gol. Y la otra pregunta es... ¿por qué ahora no está sonriendo después de haber ganado?
No he celebrado porque, bueno, lo he celebrado por dentro, no lo he querido ver, y luego porque nos hemos puesto 1-0, 2-1 y nos han empatado. Entonces hasta el minuto 90 no sabes lo que... Bueno, minuto 90 no, que hoy ha sido 8 primer tiempo, 11 el segundo, 19 minutos más, o sea, 109 minutos. Pues no hay que celebrarlo. Y estoy muy contento. Es verdad que todavía pues acaba de terminar y la tensión y todo eso, pero sí, va a ser un buen fin de semana.
Vamos con Pablo y empezamos segunda vuelta.
¿Qué tal, mister? Pablo Chinarro aquí para Marca y Radio Marca. Yo sigo con más nombres propios, día de reivindicaciones, ¿no? Aparte de Darder, Leo Román, bueno, no sé hasta qué punto reivindicación, pero ya me entiende. Y también los laterales, ¿no? Porque teóricamente los titulares suelen ser otros, por lo menos en cuanto a minutos se refiere, pero vaya desempeño también de los dos que han estado muy bien. Bendito problema también tiene ahí en los laterales, ¿no?
Sí, pues eso es un equipo también. Son dos jugadores que ya lo sabéis, que entrenan muy bien, que están siempre la chita callando, esperando su oportunidad. Me dio mucha rabia lo que pasó en Copa también, porque al final, pues bueno, pasó lo que pasó, perdimos, ellos pidieron el cambio y no era justo tampoco, porque son dos jugadores que están siempre ahí al pie del cañón. Hoy entendía que bueno, maté por la sanción de Pablo y Lato en este caso, que tenía que jugar, y bueno, me alegro por ellos también, porque bueno, se demuestra también que pueden aportar en el verde y no solo de lunes a viernes.
Paco.
Sí, mister, ha estado el presidente hoy, esta semana imagino que ha hablado con él. Esta victoria, usted creo que lo tiene claro, ¿le preocupa que en el club pueda frenar el tema de las incorporaciones o que Murici, si llega una buena oferta, se pueda marchar?
No tiene que cambiar nada la victoria de hoy. Tenemos una hoja de ruta y ojalá lo llevemos a cabo y lo de hoy no cambia nada.
Miki y luego Miguel.
Sí, mister, dos preguntas le voy a hacer. Sé que Luis se va a enfadar, pero bueno, seguro que me perdona.
Tus dos últimas, sí.
¿Qué importancia cree que tiene esta victoria para el futuro de Yagoba? Si cambia el futuro de Yagoba Arrasate esta victoria. Y segundo, lo de Mojica es tema deportivo, también influye, aunque sea una parte, lo que pasó el otro día a la Vuelta de Vallecas.
No, mi futuro al final es el futuro del Mallorca. O sea, yo no estoy pensando yo estoy pensando en que el Mallorca tiene que ganar, a ver qué es lo que puedo hacer para que seamos más competitivos y hagamos una mejor segunda vuelta. Entonces es una victoria importante para el Mallorca y para mí también, claro. No lo de Mojica nada que ver. Creo que estuvo bien el otro día, te digo de verdad, porque creo que él se baja del coche, habla bien y creo que...
Juanmi.
Con todo lo que ha pasado hoy, no sé si te ha dado tiempo a pensar que el Athletic Club, que se ha tenido que reponer de 2 golpes con un jugador menos, los ha terminado apretando en el tramo final de partido. Vosotros habéis podido sentenciar en más de una ocasión, pero no sé si, pese a la victoria y pese a ese 3-2, el entrenador, que lo ve de otra manera, le da para pensar en situaciones de esas, que no te haya gustado que el Athletic acabe atacando.
Claro, me hubiese gustado hacer el cuarto y todo eso, pero esos son como los pequeños daños colaterales, ¿no? Después de ganar, que es lo más importante, y los 3 puntos. Luego, pues claro, cuando hoy o mañana me ponga a analizar el partido, tranquilo que esta semana, cuando lo pongamos en el vídeo, también habrá muchas cosas que tengamos que mejorar, y eso lo vemos, aunque hayamos ganado, ¿no? Pero bueno, me quedo con la victoria que lo necesitábamos.
Juanmi.
Sí, mister. Recuerdo que dijo que sería un año de sufrimiento. Sí. Antes ha dicho que seguramente esto no sea sano. No sé si esperaba tantas dificultades en el camino.
Bueno, uno cuando empieza la temporada siempre es optimista y cree que puede ir bien la temporada, ¿no? Pero este año es que ha empezado torcido desde el inicio, y cuando empiezas así, por experiencia, es difícil dar la vuelta, y no me estoy poniendo una venda, ¿no? Pero es verdad que necesitamos ganar hoy, hemos ganado, y ojalá, pues bueno, sigan las victorias, sobre todo en casa. Tenemos que hacernos fuertes, y si nos hacemos fuertes, pues seguramente pues sacaremos más puntos y iremos escalando posiciones, y ojalá todos los partidos sean como el de hoy, porque al final con tanta presión tampoco es fácil jugar.
José. Mister, 2 cuestiones. Contando el partido de hoy y sin contar el tercer gol, hasta el tercer gol, el 2-2, el Mallorca en estos 20 primeros partidos de Liga ha ido ganando en 6 de ellos. Lo que pasa que en 4 de estos 6 solo ha conseguido mantener más de 10 minutos esta ventaja en el marcador. ¿Considera que es una cuestión puramente mental o también hay algo ahí táctico del equipo que no acaba de funcionar?
Seguro que influyen las dos cosas, ¿no? El tema de que bueno, que no estamos bien, y el tema mental afecta, y a nivel táctico también. Por ejemplo, el empate viene que nos sacan un central, no cerramos la línea, dejamos un espacio a Unai Gómez. En la segunda sale Unai Gómez fuera, Samu le persigue, los centrales están libres, pero Nico llega solo. O sea, siempre hay un porqué, te quiero decir, ¿no? En cada acción, como en los goles nuestros también, ¿eh? Pero bueno, pues hay que poner remedio a eso, y desde la victoria siempre se trabaja y se corrige mejor.
Y hablando de porqués, hoy ha sido uno de los partidos, me atrevo a decir, que más ha variado usted tácticamente la última línea ofensiva. Estamos muy acostumbrados a ver Jan por la izquierda, Mateo Joseph por la derecha y Darder de enganche. Hoy ha cambiado todo.
izquierda jugando de falso banda porque se mete para adentro y es donde más puede recibir, porque en la media punta es más difícil que reciba, y creo que ha hecho un gran partido hoy. Jan puede jugar en las dos bandas, y Sergi cuando se mete para adentro también tiene esa diagonal con Jan que por momentos lo hemos aprovechado, y luego queríamos la energía de Mateo un poco detrás de Muri, porque ellos defienden hacia adelante y a veces dejan espacios, y tener un jugador rápido cerca de Muri. Y bueno, pues para hoy era ese un poco el plan, veremos para el domingo que viene.
¿Hay alguna pregunta más? Sí, Miki. Dale, Miki.
No sé cómo ha vivido, si es que lo ha llegado entre tanta entrevista y rueda de prensa, la entrega del balón de Murici, y si usted también firma el balón.
No, todavía no he estado con él, y no sé si estará por ahí. Si está por ahí, pues le firmaré gustosamente.
Vale, pues hasta aquí la rueda de prensa. Gracias y buenas noches.
Primero todo, ante todo, pedir disculpas después de estas que nos hemos comido 4 publicidades. No los podemos controlar esto, por lo tanto, Muriqui ha marcado un hat-trick, nosotros hemos hecho un póker de publicidades que nos hemos comido, por lo tanto, disculpas a los espectadores. Yagoba decía que no sabía dónde estaba Vedat Muriqui, ¿no? Que no sabía dónde estaba, si no aún no le había firmado el balón. Bueno, nosotros creo que sí que sabemos dónde está Vedat Muriqui, compañeros, ¿es así o no? ¿Lo tenemos? Pues vamos allá, vamos a escuchar a Vedat Muriqui, que está con nosotros.
Y primero, hablando de lo que es el partido, ¿qué victoria más necesaria, no, Vedat?
Sí, la verdad, estamos sufriendo mucho, y esa semana, desde el inicio de la semana, hemos trabajado demasiado, y hoy hemos demostrado que podemos. He vuelto a la Mallorca luchadora, lo de siempre, Mallorca que exige mucho, el equipo que pelea por cada balón. Hoy hemos enseñado eso, y por eso ha venido el resultado. Entonces estoy muy, muy contento, la verdad. Y aparte de eso, mi primer hat-trick en Mallorca, y mis 3 goles esta vez han servido para 3 puntos. Entonces, para un delantero, creo que el momento no hay persona más contenta del mundo, porque hat-trick, victoria y nada más. Hemos llevado el balón también, entonces estoy la verdad muy contento.
No sé si sabías, Vedat, que desde 2008 nadie metía un hat-trick en primera con el Mallorca, y que además eres el segundo máximo goleador de Mallorca en la historia en Liga. ¿Qué techo te pones, Vedat? Porque ya son 14 y contando.
La verdad, lo único lo que pienso es que alguna vez algún jugador que algún año que sale todo bien lo que hace, entonces creo que estoy en esa época, ¿no? Y estoy intentando aprovechar lo máximo lo que puedo. Porque seguramente, ojalá, pero seguramente no va a seguir así todo el rato, pero lo voy a intentar para aprovechar mucho más, meter mucho más goles y ganar las partidas, sobre todo. Como me conoces desde mucho tiempo, no me importa marcar, pero quiero que gane el equipo, porque cuando marco yo y perdemos, pues no cambia nada. Entonces, si sin marcar gana el equipo, pues todos contentos, más afición, todo. Y hoy era espectacular, aunque sea solo 14.000, pero lo que me ha gustado, porque no había pitadas, no había nada, cada balón nos aplaudían y tal. Entonces, muchas gracias de ellos por el apoyo, y nada, a seguir así.
Ya la última, ¿en quién has pensado o a quién le dedicas este hat-trick?
Ese hat-trick dedico hoy, si hubiese sido vivo, mi padre tenía cumpleaños. Y pues me dedico a él, ese hat-trick. Se llama Orhan también, por eso he puesto nombre a mi hijo. Cuando tenía 7 años ha fallecido, entonces hoy es su cumpleaños y lo dedico a él.
Estará muy feliz, Vedat, enhorabuena.
Muchas gracias. Vamos, venga.
Pues con esas palabras nos vamos, con las palabras de Vedat Muriqui, que desde aquí felicitamos al padre de Vedat Muriqui, que en el cielo seguro que ha seguido este partido, y seguramente muy feliz, ¿no?, de este hat-trick de su hijo. Vedat Muriqui marcando su primer hat-trick en el Mallorca, y esperemos que no sea el último, y que con sus goles pues nos pueda ayudar a seguir, ¿no?, sumando puntos y a escalar y dejar atrás esas posiciones complicadas y pegajosas de descenso. Pues nada, simplemente gracias a todos por los que habéis seguido el partido con nosotros, ha sido un placer. Y bueno, yo creo que ahora toca disfrutar de Sant Antoni, toca disfrutar de Sant Sebastià, i no podem anar sense dir visca el Mallorca i sobretot visca Sant Antoni. Gràcies i adeu.